Yeah! You know what? I went to Crypticon today.
I mean, Fang. Yeah. What are we doing today? Riptaron. Yes, Scooby-Doo. We are going to Riptaron.
Reback. Crypticon and SeaTac, dude.
Yeah. This is going to be a first for both of us, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I haven't done anything like this. Shooting on the GoPro.
Am I actually in the picture? It looks like you're pointing out there.
You'll be surprised. I'm going to give it to you in a second.
Okay.
And, you know.
Get your take.
Yeah. But, yeah, so...
I'm excited to meet people that I've only seen in the movies.
Yeah, I know. It's Michael Berryman.
Yeah. It's like...
That's a big one for me, you know that.
But as far as just since, even though we be doing a few interviews and just walking around checking things out for you, for me personally, the biggest thrill will be to see how tall these people are, because you can't tell how tall people are.
Yeah, film. Exactly. Ain't that the truth?
So, hello, Mr. Berryman. How are you? You know?
Or
hello, Mr. Berryman. How are you? Yeah, it should be fun.
Alrighty. All right.
Here, I'll give you a... Oh, yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a fisheye lens, so there's a lot of action going on. So, my first convention, got the Pin Up Dolls on Ice t-shirt going on. You know, I'm with the Fang there. Thank you.
I just blew smoke at him. I'm sorry.
But yeah, Michael Berryman. Looking forward to meeting him if you get a chance. Another one we've met her.
Oh yeah, met her only online though.
Online,
meet her in person.
But now we get to meet Jessica Cameron in person, and she was a total sweetheart when she was on Sit Down, and she was on the live show with the Dorkening, so I'm pretty sure she'll be pretty cool with us.
She seems like a cool person.
Yeah. So you ready?
We're ready.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh man, I had a blast. You won't believe it. Yeah. I went to Crypticon, and I got to meet the Saska sisters. And I got to meet Jessica Cameron in person. Michael Berryman, Ted White, who played Jason in Friday the 13th Part 4, which now adds to the Jasons that I have. And Carolyn Williams, who played Stretch in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And we even got to meet William Forsythe and Bill Moseley, but I don't have pictures of those. I mean, we just kind of like walked. William Forsythe was like the first person we saw when we got there. When I say we, it's myself and my buddy Fang. Yeah, we went there and we had a blast. We walk in, so we get to the Hilton. We check in. We got our... Where is it? Can you see that? We got our... This is our press pass. Yeah, we got our press passes. So, I'm walking around like this all day. You know? And, walk in there, get our press passes, and then you turn around, you go down the hallway, and the first... You go through a hallway and it's vendors. And it's kind of cool stuff. There's a vendor for like Crypticon shirts, but they don't have any my size, which sucks because I wanted a Crypticon shirt. And you go down the hallway, you turn right, and then when you first walk in there, there's this big sculpture, this big morbid sculpture, and the girl goes, "You want to have your picture taken with this?" You know, and it's like, it looks like something out of TCM or Hostel, you know. It's like this really bizarre background, you know, and there's a examination chair there, and it's like, okay, yeah, that would be fun. But and we said to them, we go, you know what? Well, we're going to be here a while. You know, we just got here. We want to check things out. So I was totally surprised of how overwhelming my first convention was going to be. You get in there and all of a sudden just like, whoa, you know, the skies part, angels sing, well, demons really hot, you know, sing. And you kind of look around, and so we're facing this way. We're talking to the girl about the sculpture and all that, and getting a picture taken with it. And right behind us, off to the corner, is William Forsythe. And William Forsythe is one of Fang's favorite actors. And so I'm looking around, and I go, hey Fang, you know, point over my shoulder, and he goes, ah. So we walk over to William Forsythe, and like I said, you know, we just got there, you know, wanted to just kind of like take it all in before we started doing the whole, you know, meet celebrity, get the autograph type thing, you know. But we walked up to him, and we talked to William Forsythe. We didn't get his autograph, and I was going to do it later, but by the time we chose to leave, you know, his line was like long, so it was our own damn fault. So yeah, we meet William Forsythe and talk to him, and he is the nicest guy. I asked him for an interview, and he said he was giving interviews tomorrow on Sunday, and we weren't going to be there Sunday, but our passes were good for both Sunday and Saturday, but I chose just to go the one day, you know. I go, oh well, we're not going to be here. I go, that's kind of rough, you know. Maybe next time you're in town, you know, we'll do it, you know. Next time if you're back on one of these conventions or whatever, you know, we'll do it. And he goes, okay, yeah, not a problem. So then we talk to him, we shake his hand, you know, get to walking down the road. There's Michael Berryman. Michael Berryman's got a line. I mean, we were there like 30 minutes after the door opened, and it was like basically bare. And except for like Berryman, Michael Berryman had a line. Everywhere else, you know, you could walk and not run into people, but there was a line there. So I kind of like walk by Michael Berryman. I go, oh, I'll catch up with him later. You know, this is like one of my favorite horror icons. You know, and so I was like, I'll catch up with him later. Ken Foray is sitting next to Michael Berryman, and I didn't get a chance to meet him. There were a few I didn't get a chance to meet, but then as I left, I thought about it. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't get a chance to meet Sid Haig and Ken Foray, Denise Crosby, and I'm like, you know what? That's fine, because next time Crypticon comes, if they come back, cool. I get to meet them then. I don't feel like I exhausted everything, you know. So we're walking down the hallway, and we see the table where the Saska sisters are. Oh yeah, I saw Jen Saska actually passed us in the hallway when we came off the elevators. And I went to say something to her. I go, oh, you're a Saska. She goes, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, not a problem. You know, and I'm like, I'll meet up with her later. We get there, and Sylvia's the only one at the table, so I wanted to meet them both together, so I was like, okay, we'll come back to that later. Walk down a little bit farther, there's Debbie Rashawn and then a couple of the guys from Face Off, and then bam, right there at the end, the little blonde cutie, Jessica Cameron, she's there. Walk up to her, she's talking to someone, you know, I'm just standing there being polite and quiet and letting the person get the FaceTime with Jessica. And she goes, and this is kind of funny. She looks at me. She goes, "Oh, you made it back. We met last year." And I'm like, "No, we didn't." I go, "You were on my show. Sit down. I'm the 13th Wolfman." She goes, "Oh, Wolfie!" And she gives me this big hug, and we talk for a little bit off camera. And I asked her, I go, "Is there any chance that I can get an interview with you sometime, today?" And she goes, "It's a little noisy in here, but unless you could find someplace else to do it where it's a little more quiet." She goes, "Yeah, that's fine." So we walked around a little bit more, saw a bunch of really cool stuff. I didn't get a lot of pictures because I didn't want to upset the vendors, but walked down ways, met Carolyn Williams, who played Stretch in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. She was so cool, so gracious, and got her to sign a picture. Got a picture with her. That was the nice thing. There were a lot of people that were like, "If you buy a picture from us, you can get a picture taken with you," And there were some that wanted you to pay more for that, and I won't say who those people are, but I'm fine, whatever. So yeah, I got the picture signed, and got a picture taken with her. In fact, it was I think Fang got in on that picture too. The two of us with her. Walked down a little bit more, and I met Ted White. Ted White is the nicest guy ever. He's been around so long that he's made movies with John Wayne. For those who don't know who John Wayne was, he was a movie star in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Made a lot of westerns, but he made other stuff. But so I'm looking down at the pictures. I want to get one signed, and he's got this one where he's standing there with John Wayne, and I'm like, I really want to get that picture, but I need a picture of him as Jason, because I got all the Jasons going on as being framed, and I need him, Dash, and Ari, and then I'm finished. So I'm standing there, I'm looking, I'm going, I need a picture of Jason, and I try to figure out which Jason I want to get. It's like there's one picture of him without the mask on, but all the other ones have Jason with the mask on. So I had to get one with Jason with the mask on. When I asked him to sign it, and he goes, "Who do I make it out to?" I go, "The 13th Wolfman." Again, nicest guy ever, and I think he misheard me, and so he wrote the 13th Wolfman, WOOF, and I'm fine with that. I get it. It was kind of noisy in there, so that's fine. Afterwards, he graciously gave us a picture with him, and he's tall. He's quite tall. It was, more than happy to take a picture with us. All these pictures are going to be intermingled after each story. So, and then walking around a little bit more, Sid Haig's line is like just crazy. How many people want to meet Sid Haig? I didn't even get a chance to talk to him or anything. The line was super crazy. It was actually coming on over into Ted White's line. So we leave Ted White, walk around a little bit more, and I see that both the Saska sisters are there, and they're taking pictures with this little girl in this little like fairy dress or something like that, and it's the cutest thing, and they're being very accommodating. They are so gracious. I said that twice now, but I mean, they really are the sweetest young ladies, So they got these pictures taken, and I'm standing there, and Frank's going, dude, go over. And, you know, I'm waiting for them to be done with their crowd so I can go over and talk to them. And the little girl gets a picture taken, and then someone else gets a picture taken, and you know, the crowd, the river, you know, the lake parts. I get over, walk up, and Sylvia's sitting there on the chair, and she sees my tag, and she goes, "Are you with the press?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Who are you with?" And I lean over, because I talked to Sylvia and Jen, both on Twitter, Facebook, emailed them a few times about getting them on my show. And I lean over and I say, well, I'm the 13th Wolfman. And Sylvia just lost it. She goes, "Oh my God, Wolfie, I know you. We've talked. You're so nice. You're so polite. I'm sorry we haven't been able to be on your show." And I'm like, it's cool. It's cool. You know, I get it. You know, you're busy. You're making movies. You got to do a lot of PR events. That's fine. I understand that. You know. And they're like, "You are so nice to understand that." And so she gets up. She gives me a hug, and I didn't even know Jen had heard who I was. And then Jen gave me a hug. So, and by the way, they're so easy to tell apart. You know. So so after that, I say to them, I go, "Is there any chance I can get an interview with you now, or sometime today?" And they were nice enough to grant me an interview, which will be in another video sometime. They sat down, they did the interview, we had a good time. I got to sit between the Saskas while they talked. And when it was all said and done, it was, you know, one of the best times of my life, interviewing them. We then left there, got my picture taken with them, of course, you know. We left there, went down, talked to Jessica again, got an interview with Jessica, who, again, much like the Saska sisters, is probably one of the most beautiful and gracious people that there really is. We sat down, we talked for a while, and not long after that, not long after the interview with Jessica, which was a really good interview, I felt, she just wanted to tell all the great stories, and we just had a good time just sitting there talking. And she showed me a little footage of something, you know, not going to say what. And we left there. I went down, saw Michael Berryman, got an autograph from him. And after that, we were pretty much spent for the day. And it doesn't sound like we did a lot, you know, but by the time we got there, which was 10:30, and the time we left, 5 hours had gone by. It's like, what? It didn't feel like 5 hours. You know. Oh, and we got our picture taken with Christine, the 1958 Plymouth Fury, and it's running us over. So how cool is that? Those pictures, everything's going to be weaved into this video in certain parts. So, with all that, I had a great time at Crypticon. I want to go back. You know, yes, as my buddy Kevin said, you're now addicted, aren't you? It's like, addicted, yes, but I also feel that it was a fun time, and I got to do some stuff that some people don't get. I got interviews. Oh, I met Skin Slip and Stoudman, both YouTubers. Skin Slip is actually from my state, and he was there, and it was cool. He actually interviewed me. We were over by Jessica Cameron's table, and as I turned around, he's right there. He's got the mic in hand, and Stallman's got the camera, and he just did this, and I stood there and I rambled. I don't know what I talked about a few things, but that was great meeting those guys. You know, I know people say this, man, but if you've never been to a horror convention, I now have been to a horror convention. You got to go. With that, I'm the 13th Wolfman. Thank you, Crypticon, for bringing it on, and I'm on the prowl.